What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin from Justin Paul Sports. It has been some time since I've been on the air. I just wanted to come back for some March Madness. I got some viewers tuning in. I just want to thank you guys so much. There has been a delay in the tip, so there's still 20 minutes till tip off, but it's exciting time, especially if you're an Alabama fan like myself. Of course, there's been a little bit of controversy going on with Alabama this year, with ineligible players and another player getting caught with drugs. But nonetheless, Nate Oates has navigated the storm. We are getting ready to just get into some basketball. It's going to be exciting times. This will be a watch along. Thank you so much for tuning in. So right away, I'm just going to jump right into it. I posted a few minutes ago that I have an announcement regarding the UFL. And I've thought about this, and I know a few months ago what I said previously on my stream about my picks, but I've decided that the UFL, I'm going to give away free picks for the entire season. That's what I've decided I'm going to do for the entire season. I'm going to give away all the UFL picks. Uh, I don't do a whole lot of baseball. I do some NBA stuff here, but just to keep you guys going, we're going to get some winners. We're going to get excited. We're going to make some plays happen. That's what I want to do. I've also started a Kick channel. So if you can subscribe to my Kick is way more friendly, I guess, towards cappers like myself. And we are going to get ready for, well, let me just say it's kick.com/Justin Paul Sports. And let me just get this going on here and see if we can get this banner rolling. It's been a few minutes here. I don't want to keep that up the whole time. But nonetheless, in the short term, we are excited. We are excited for some college basketball for the Final Four. It's going to be coming up here in a couple weeks. We're going to Okay, I apologize for that. The computer just decided to reset itself. So if you guys are there in the chat, it would be nice if you could just leave a comment just to let me know that we're here. It says I still have 22 viewers, so I apologize for that. Just give me some notifications here. Hang tight. Might be a couple of friends of mine texting saying what the situation here that just completely went back. Okay. So yeah, my computer just completely shut down there. That was crazy. So bear with me here. Just trying to get a few things straightened out and make sure that we're good. Bear tight with me, y'all. But in the meantime, we are getting ready for the Final Four. That is exciting stuff. That is one of the best things about sports betting. I mean, it's the best tournament that's out there. Damn it, why isn't this working? All right. Let's see here. Let's get this going. I apologize for technical difficulties. No, that's not working either. Why isn't this working? It shouldn't let me split. And it's not letting me. Why won't it let me? Let's try something here. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So I apologize. I got 30 viewers. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. It's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be exciting stuff. Let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. No comments at the moment, but hopefully I don't lose picture anymore. But Took a little break, just got a few things going on. We're going to be live for the NFL draft. I will be live streaming the entire NFL draft from top to bottom, the entire thing. I have some guests in store. Hopefully, Bobby will be able to make it. I know he's been a little busy with some things going on that he's got to take care of, but shout out to Bobby. And we're just going to, navigate it. It's going to be good. I mean, we're looking forward to the NFL. We always do. It's the biggest sport that's out there. We want to see teams, all the trades, all the excitement, the location of the next draft, everything that's going to be going on from there. So it's going to be good stuff. 13 minutes until tip off, just so you guys know. But again, I do have a new Kick channel. It's kick.com/Justin Paul Sports. And like I was saying before, it's more friendly towards the type of content that I put out there with the sports betting and stuff along those lines. I know that YouTube has very restrictive safeguards in place, which they should do, because you don't want anyone under the age of 21 doing things that they shouldn't. It's not like, we're doing anything crazy on the app, but nonetheless, we got to make sure we abide by their rules because it are their rules. So, and anyway, kind of sucks that Alabama's playing at the same time as Louisville and Birmingham. I'll take a peek on that at halftime. I mean, I know that they kick off around the same time. It's exciting times for UFL. They already got Mike Repole, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but who's actually vesting in the league. And by vesting in the league, he's telling you that it's important. And because it's important, he's going to put it out there. He's got the right networking. He's getting brand name sponsorship out there. He's getting things squared away in order to help the league be successful. He's got expansion opportunities in his mind. He wants to add 2 more teams in 2 years. So I think this might be the last time that we really see all these franchises moving around. Now, we might see it one more time depending how it plays out this year. I really hope Birmingham's attendance is able to maintain and do what they do. But you just don't know. You just have no idea how that's going to play out. So you got to be patient. The Louisville game tonight is sold out. I'm hoping the Stallions win, of course, the Birmingham Stallions, coached by A.J. McCarron. I got some, solid players up there going on. But, it's really tough to gauge, but there's been so much roster movement with spring football prior to kickoff that it's really hard to get a great feel. But there's some great channels out there. If you see XFL Jim, go follow him. He does all kinds of spring football stuff. James Larson, UFL Newsroom. All kinds of good stuff out there if it comes to spring football. Plus, we got college football spring games coming up, and those are always exciting. Those are going to be great things, if you're into college football, which I deeply am. Also want to give a shout out to, just a moment here. Want to make sure I get the channel right. To JT, the Bama fan. JT, the Bama fan. Make sure you go check out his nation or his show. I'm sorry, Roll Tide_Nation. That is his YouTube channel. He does all the great Alabama content. There's stuff of him going crazy watching the Crimson Tide, and I can't blame him. I used to be like that. Not to the degree he is. I mean, he's super hyped into it, and that's how it should be when you're watching sports. But I'm a little bit, gray in the beard, a little long in the tooth, so that's just not quite how I do it anymore. And plus, when you've been betting for, almost 30 years, a little more than 30 years like I have, you kind of, take your time with it. So I've got 53 viewers. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It is Friday night. Summer is upon us. I live in the desert, so it is hot. That's the only word to describe it. It is hot. We've had a heat wave here in April. A lot of people don't have mercy for us, but nonetheless, I don't mind. But it's just what we deserve, I guess. It's not supposed to be 100 degrees in March, but here we are, and it's going to cool back down. So no comments in the chat yet. I'd love to say hello. Tell me a little bit about yourselves, a little conversate here. We still got 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 53 seconds till tip off exactly. I'm certain that my feed is on a delay, so you'll be able to see things in real time more than I will. But let me take that banner down because I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be a scroll, but we'll leave it off for now. Great day, though. Great day. I got to fill a little bit of this dead air. It's been quite the run with some of these March Madness games. Talk about, the favorites have just been chalking it up. Teams have just been absolutely putting belt to rear end. I mean, Arizona the other night, last night, just manhandled the opposition. They are my pick to win the entire tournament. So if you want to play a futures bet and tail along, that's what I got. But I do have on my channel, on my winnable.com/Justin Paul Sports, that's where I post all my plays. I have a tiered plan for my VIP members, and I've got a free plan now. And the free plan will be all the UFL plays, but my tiered plan will be more towards the fall when we do college football and NFL. That's where I really get into the meat and potatoes of the season. And if you were to read, some of my write-ups, you can see the kind of effort that I put into this. I don't just wake up, make a pick, toss a coin, and call it a day. That's not what I do. That's not what a professional does. A professional takes his time. He looks at everything. He uses all the tools he can to get an advantage, right? And what do we look for? What we want to see is home and away splits. In basketball, we want to see pressure. We want to see 3-point percentage. We want to see a lot of defensive stuff. And in football, it's the same thing. We don't want to overcompensate for turnovers. If you check out my YouTube channel, you'll see how I pick the winners that I pick. I'm pretty mindful that each game is its own individual situation, not a week of carryover. I don't believe in carryover unless there's injury or it's an embarrassment. So if a team gets embarrassed the week before, then I'm really liking momentum, I guess is the term that you want to use in the next week and get things squared away. So, but it's been quite the day here. I got 60 viewers, so thank you guys for tuning in, spending some of your Friday night tip with me. I really think Alabama's got a shot in this game. I know Aiden Holloway, the judge, signed off for him to go to Illinois, to Chicago, to the game tonight, the United Center, but he will not be with the team, and that is a huge detriment. The line right now stands at Michigan -9.5. The heart in me is always going to take Alabama when they're up, but I think 9.5 is a bit too much. But Holloway is a top 5 player. They're going to miss him tonight. And Michigan's got the bigs inside. I mean, Michigan's got great 3-point defense. They score a ton of points. The over's at 172. That might be worth putting a little something at. But I like Alabama here. I like Alabama in the points. They've got an electric offense. But, man, when you watch this team, I swear they are sloppy. There are times, like, it's so funny to watch them play because they're so athletic. And they'll get rebounds. And then they're running too fast before they situate themselves, trying to get fast breaks and make them play defense, that it can be a sloppy transition for them as well, right? And when you do that, you can get away with it a lot because you're scoring at will. But Alabama defensively is a terrible, terrible basketball team as far as that goes. But they score so much that you got to maintain pace. And I think that Michigan might get a little more of a test than they anticipated here tonight. But we're going to see. We're going to see. That's part of the beauty. Still waiting for tip-off. Probably a little more than 5 minutes away here. Just keeping my eyes on it. 5 minutes, 55 seconds. Like I said, I'm probably on a delay compared to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you subscribe to my Kick. I really do. I really want to grow it there. Like I said, I know it's a newer streaming platform. I don't have any followers there right now. I'm just going to take a quick peek at it. Let's see here. And I'm looking at my channel, and no views. No views. It's okay. It's all good. I appreciate it. So, there we go. I just want to make sure it's working. So, 60 viewers. Most of you are probably on my X feed, which is fine. I've got over 1,000 followers on X. I want to thank you guys for following me there. You get all my plays. We talk all kinds of sports here all the time. That's what we love to do. That's who we love to be. Bruce Pearl is on there talking about Alabama. We ain't got to hear nothing. He got to say he quit. He retired. And now, hey, Auburn is in the Final Four of the NIT. I mean, we see what you did there. Good for you, though. Good for you. Yeah, all my viewers are on X. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all following me. But yeah, if you can subscribe to my Kick, that would be very helpful. That's a way of leaving me a tip. That's a way of donating to my channel because it's easier for me to monetize there than it is anywhere else. On X, there's no monetization unless you have millions of impressions and 5,000 verified followers and all this and that, and all the prerequisites there. And YouTube, I got to have, you know, at least 500 subs. I've only got about 300, so I've been growing the channel, just taking my time with it. But just want to thank you guys for tuning in. It looks like they're getting ready to go from the studio to Chicago, the United Center, the home of the Chicago Bulls. And, I grew up in that area. Wasn't the biggest Bulls fan, but, nobody has come, besides Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. It's really hard for me to discern elite basketball players like that because they had killer instincts. Like LeBron James is a great player, but doesn't have that Cobra in him, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people just, you score a lot of points in a league where they don't play hand checking and they don't play defense anymore. And it's really, really frustrating to watch a game of basketball with all the fouls and everything along that sort. So let's just take a look here. Getting buzzed in, got a little bit of a delay, like I said, on what's going on here. So here we go. So yeah, still no comments though. Leave a comment. Tell me what's up. How are you guys doing out there in X land or YouTube land or wherever you're watching from? Just say hello. I'd love to see it. It's gonna be a great game. I'm ready for some Crimson Tide hoops. I'm ready for some UFL football. Doubleheader on tomorrow. Luckily, I'm on Pacific time, so it's 9 o'clock in the morning, which is perfect when you get a little bit older, like I do. You can actually get up in the morning, enjoy your stuff, and then enjoy your Saturday evening. Perfect. Excuse me. Already parched from all that yakking. So I want to know what you guys think. Who do you guys like in the March Madness tournament? Who do you think is going to win the national championship? Can it be Crimson Tide? Is it probably Michigan or Duke or Arizona? One of the easier picks. Got any upsets anywhere? I know we're already a big chunk of the way through the bracket, and obviously after today, it's going to be the Elite Eight starting tomorrow, and it's going to be, it's just like there really isn't a whole lot of, Cinderella story. It looks like the biggest Cinderella story is Iowa. I mean, Texas went on a run. I thought Texas was going to lose the first game. Texas was the biggest shock of the tournament to me. They looked so lethargic towards the end of the season. They were a bubble team, and they've absolutely done a great job. So shout out to Texas for getting it done. I'm hoping, though, that Alabama comes out in this game ready to fire on all cylinders. They know that the odds are against them. They know Michigan's a 1 seed. The game's way closer to Ann Arbor than it is to Tuscaloosa. And they're down one of their best players. So we're going to see. We're going to see what, Alabama's all about. But that's all we wear in this house. That's all we wear here. You see right here, Roll Tide Nation. I'm a little biased. And I'm unapologetic about it. I know I'm a sports capper, but that doesn't mean I don't love my team. And this is the one. So come on with this, just the commercials. And finally, they're showing the United Center, home of the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago Blackhawks. Fun fact about the United Center, the very first event held at the United Center was SummerSlam 1994. Bret Hart, Owen Hart in the cage, brother versus brother. What a nasty feud it was. And I'm hoping Alabama wins, and I hope Tennessee wins their game so we can get that nastiness in the Elite Eight, because Tennessee still has not made a Final Four. They've never done it. And it can go either way. If Tennessee was to beat Alabama and get to the Final Four, we'd never hear the end of them, because Vol fans will not stop talking. They will not stop talking. When they finally beat Alabama a few years ago, when Bryce Young was there in Saban's last year, that you thought they won the Super Bowl. Rushing the field. Couple pregame stats here. Alabama's first in points per game, first in 3 points, first 3 points attempted. Michigan's ninth in points per game, fourth in field goal percentage, fifth in assists per game. So we're going to see a lot of points here. We're going to see a lot of points in this game. High offense, high octane. Alabama basketball had been in purgatory for so many years under the Gottfried years, and it's very rare to have these postseason runs. But here's the starting lineup for Alabama: Wrightsell, Philon, Jemison, Allen, and Sherrill. And for Michigan, it is Cadeau, Burnett, Littenberg, Morris Johnson, and Adain Mara. Dusty May, 60-13. So he's getting the job done there at Michigan. He keeps that up, he might get NBA offers, like Brad Stevens had all that time in all that time at Butler and then got on at Boston as a head coach and now as an executive there. So we'll see how that goes there. This is the one where you can transition from one sport to the other. Duke is leading St. John's 35-28 in the first half. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Crimson Tide and Michigan to tip off in the United Center in the Elite Eight. So here we go. Let's enjoy the game. Leave some comments, y'all. And the toss is won by Michigan. Alabama against Michigan the last two times that they played in football has gone Michigan's way. The first was Jaden Milroe getting stopped on the goal line in overtime, and then the ReliaQuest Bowl where it rained like crazy. Milroe had 3 first half turnovers. So Michigan tries to go inside and cannot convert. So Alabama does have the ball and whip right down the field. They just are down the court. They just get right down the court so fast, so electric. They're a 3-point team, but they throw that inside, kick it back out, swing it around the key, top of the key for 3, and it's an air ball. But great defense or great effort there. Alabama went and jumped out of bounds and then threw it off a Michigan player's foot. So nice work there. Smart heads up basketball. It's good hustle from the jump. That's what you want to see. 9 seconds on the shot clock for Alabama. I'm not going to do a full play-by-play because y'all might go crazy, but now they're reviewing it. We're not even 40 seconds into the game. 40 seconds in the game for a possession. Oh, let's see what they say here. Oh, they're checking shot clock. So if it hit the rim, then we'll reset the shot clock to 30 instead of 9 seconds. But Alabama moves so fast. Yes, it does touch the rim barely, but you can tell on the broadcast shot. So it's crazy to have reviews like this in the first parts of the game. It always seems to kind of end the momentum. Just don't go to commercial because you've had enough advertisements. Yeah, man, it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be a great game here. That did hit the rim, though. It's clear as day. You know, there's a comment that I'd make after that, but I don't want to get kicked off the stream. But you know who could see that call. So, all right. 19 seconds is the rule. So they're going to put 19 seconds back on the shot clock. First possession for Alabama. Michigan went down court and just missed an easy inside. Like number 15 for Michigan is bigger than anybody in Alabama. That is a big man in the middle. He's going to be getting rebounds all day. Alabama just does not have that kind of size. But they tried to get it. So, I mean, we're just going to see. That's why you got to get these recruits. But this whole NIL stuff with college hoops makes everything different. It's probably a lot easier to get a better college basketball program than it is college football, depending on the donors because of this, the roster size, first of all. And there's a lot less restrictions. I think we're going to see college sports has got to get some kind of regulation because it's going to put the little schools out. It just is. You cannot run this like professional sports because it's not professional sports because the donors are anonymous and they're all over and there's so many. It's not like, baseball or basketball where there's X amount of teams and they all have a cap to follow, even though baseball doesn't. But big man for 3. And it's good. So the Crimson Tide take 3-0 lead to start the game. Cheryl hitting threes could be a sign of things to come. But Alabama defensively has got to be on it. I mean, Michigan just drove the lane like it was nothing on the right side. So it's going to be a high-tempo game, lots of scoring. I think the first half will whiz right by. I mean, both these teams just go crazy. Alabama goes for 3 again. 6-2. So we've got 2 3-point shots, both of them in. Let's go, baby. Roll Tide. Let's go. Michigan misses the shot. Alabama races right downfield, shoots another 3. Right downfield. Down the court. They don't need to just shoot threes the whole time. When you've got a 2-possession lead and you see something inside and you're on a fast break, You don't need to pull up for that 3 point shot. They're showing a shot chart, right? Alabama is 31 of 57 for two, but 31 is 78 for three. So I guess that they're just taking a lot more threes, but that's such a lower percentage shot. It's like it's like constantly being in third and long. Is that how you want your game to be? But if you're third and long and you're successful and you're just making the other team suffer, then so be it. I'll take it. Michigan turns it over. I will take it. Oh man, it's gonna be quite the game. I just hope they beat Michigan. We got to get something. It's a playoff game. See, like they drove the lane on that one, tossed it inside, went up. The two guys went to block the shot for Michigan, and he faked the shot, and they all jumped on him. So they're going to be patrolling the inside, which they should with that size. But we're going to see what they're able to do. So get them on a foul. It's not a shooting foul, but get those fouls up. Get to the free throw line at the end of the first half. That was just a ridiculous spin move on the left side. Alabama converts. 8-2, Alabama leads. Just gotta stay on them. You got to put pressure on the whole game. You can't let them up. Michigan nearly traveled there, but Alabama gets a steal. But then, if you can see what I see, as soon as they get the steal, they try and hurry so fast down the field that they can't maintain possession of the ball so smoothly. It's like a rough transition every time. It's almost like if you run the ball on 3rd and 10 and you get the first down, but you had to break 4 tackles to get there every time. It's like take a second to reset. And it's interesting that they play ball that way because they don't drive the lane. They're an outside shooting team. Alabama misses a perimeter shot. Like maintain your composure offensively. Michigan for three, in and out. So Alabama gets the ball and they race down the court. It's like hurry up and wait. Big man shooting a three again, and he nails it. Alabama's up 11-2 early. Let's go. Good start. 3 of 5 from downtown. Michigan's 0 for 2 from downtown. This is how we want to start. This is how we want to get it going. So Michigan just traveled right there and they missed the call. How about some of that traveling they do in the NBA? They let those guys take like 10 steps. It's ridiculous. Michigan drives lane, gets 2, even though he traveled twice. Alabama's pursuing inside, kicking it around. Goes for 3. He's fouled, but he stepped out, but he swished the 3. So going to a quick timeout. So early in the ball game, Crips tied up 11-4 on the Wolverines. They're feeling good. I think that they know that. I think that this might, it's still way early in the game, but this might be a case of Michigan saying, "Hey, we got this. Alabama's out Holloway. We're gonna be able to do what we want here." One of their best players is missing, so let's just see how that goes. But nonetheless, we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. Just want to take a check here on some other information while we're at commercial. Still no comments in the chat. Just want to say what's up to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in. I got 65 viewers right now. So y'all just quiet, huh? Y'all just like to hear the sound of my beautiful voice. I don't blame you. It is a beautiful voice. I'm a beautiful man. And a beautiful man with a beautiful voice is more than just a radio voice. It's a television face. And they don't make those like that every day, folks. This is one-on-one. You understand? I've aged gracefully. When you're at that 50-year-old age and you look like this, I mean, good Lord. That is amazing stuff. That is genetics. You can't replicate this kind of face. You cannot replicate this kind of existence. All right. I am gray. I am gray from the stress of the sports betting, but I'm a winner. I know I'm here. I don't have a studio and all that fancy stuff. I haven't thought about that because I'm new to streaming, but I do win bets. I win a lot more than I lose. And because I win more than I lose, that's why I put it out there. And that's why I give away free picks. But that's also why I sell some picks. If something has a value, you want to put price to it. And I think it's fair. And you go to some cappers out there, they charge hundreds of dollars for picks, and they're playing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I don't do all that craziness because it's not profitable. It's not smart, right? I don't try and put up this crazy lifestyle that I have. I got a really good one because of it, but I don't have a crazy lifestyle, not yet. But I do like talking sports and sports betting, and I do like educating people on that. And if you shoot me a DM, we can talk and we can do a little bit of consulting on some sports betting, and I can teach you how to be a better sports better. You see what I did there? No pun intended. So, all right, hang on just a moment here. Just gonna try and check something out. This thing freezes up. Let's see what we do here. Go. What a time. What a time. Oh, got my first comment. LFG. LFG, brother. LFG. Shout out to 72 Seasons. He's always commenting on my videos, always on my shorts. Guys, I post shorts. Subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my Kick. I put out fun stuff, smart stuff. People get tired about hearing about the war in Iran and all this political drama and all this nonsense. Like, look here, man, this is a channel to have fun, watch some sports, and kick back and relax because our lives are hard enough. Groceries are high, bills are high, relationships can be tough, all that stuff. I know it. Believe me if I know it. So let's just kick back, watch some ball, have a little drink. We're back, and Michigan hits a three right out of the timeout. So they had the ball while I was going on my little rant there, but hits a three right out of the gate. So that was a good timeout by Dusty May there. And Alabama just, man, my God, these guys just move so crazy to me. It's athleticism, but it just feels so. I don't know. It's like an explosion, and you explode and you can't control your body. Alabama shot that from Texas. Did not make that. That was a long shot. And Michigan used advantage of their size. One of their guys got down court, and they made a pass across court over the top of the dude's head. So they did not convert. There was a foul, but next year or the incoming class, Alabama needs a 7-footer. Just got to make that happen. I mean, like that kid from Florida, 7'9". Don't got to be that big, but you need a 7-footer inside there. So closing on the first half, Duke is up 39-37. Michigan hits the free throw, so it is now 11-8. And yeah, folks, I am relaxing and having myself a drink. Won't say what it is, but it is Friday night, so you can figure it out. So in that span, Michigan has had 2 full possessions, and now it's a 2-point game. Got exactly 15 minutes in the first half here. It looks like St. John's took the lead, 40-39 at the break against Duke. That'll bust a few brackets up there. UFL owner Mike Riopole is a big St. John's guy, big donor up there, so I know he's excited. I'm excited for the UFL too. I wish I was watching that right now, but we got to keep it going here for the Crimson Tide. Playoff games matter. I mean, I'm really missing that UFL kickoff, but if this game would have been tomorrow night, that would have been fantastic. But this is what it is. Alabama for 3 and off the back of the rim. So now Michigan's got a chance to tie the game or take the lead. You live and die by the sword, and Alabama fouls. So all that momentum is gone right away, just like that. I'm just going to take a peek at the UFL game at the same time. In just a moment here. Let's see where we are here. Michigan driving, shoots an inside easy shot. Now the game's tied. It's 11-11. So just like that, Michigan has tied the basketball game after that timeout. They've been on a little run here. And Alabama goes and they shoot an inside too, just like that. That's what you got to do. And they take the lead. That's what you have to do, right? You can't be, you can't just shoot threes the whole game. You won't win. Michigan goes and they shoot a really close shot and miss. And Alabama gets the board. They go for three from the parking lot, but there's a foul away from the ball in Michigan, it looks like. Oh, it's on Alabama. It's a screen call. Well, that's not good. 66 viewers. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Just kind of give you guys a peek there. UFL is starting. So I'm going to have that on in the background. Keep my eyes peeled on that. We got a sellout crowd in Louisville, and I really hope this league's successful. There is nothing like football in the spring to hold us over. So they haven't kicked off there yet. So Michigan shoots a shot from 30, swoosh. So now they got the lead. Michigan's taking the lead, 14-13. So they're starting to get hot here. Alabama's just got to keep playing their game. They can't get flustered. But Michigan is a solid defensive team. There's a penalty. Foul on Michigan. I think it's a shooting foul. By the way, for the UFL, I did take Louisville plus 4.5. I am a Stallions fan because I do not have a team in Arizona. So I will take the team in Alabama by proxy. My family's from Alabama. That's the whole Alabama connection for those that are wondering. But since we don't have one out here, I will go with the Stallions, baby. And three-time champs. You'd love to see it. Former Crimson Tide quarterback A.J. McCarron is the head coach there. Alabama hits free throw ties game. So 45 degrees in Louisville, 11-mile-an-hour wind, 38-degree feel. So it feels nice and cold. They got football weather in Louisville, Kentucky. It is amazing. It's incredible. Alabama makes both free throws, which does matter from the charity stripe. I know I'm going back and forth, but I don't care. This is my stream, and I'm having fun with it. So until you guys start commenting and talking with me, you're going to hear what I got to say. Michigan turns it over, and Birmingham is set to kick. And ladies and gentlemen, the UFL season is underway. The UFL season is officially underway. So with that being said, let's go. Let's go. Louisville is getting the ball first, and Alabama has the ball with a 1-point lead. And they're shooting for three and missed. I did not like that angle. It was a bad camera angle there. I couldn't tell if that went in or not. Looked like it was a perfect shot or just short. So, and Michigan's bigs, though, they're just going to be the difference, though. Alabama gets a steal. Alabama has had one field goal in the last 3 minutes and 33 seconds. They've got to just get something going. Here, see, there's an open look there, and then he backs up for three. It's off the back of the glass. You're going to die by the sword, I guess. Michigan for three. That's off the backboard and out of bounds. So it's just a 3-point fest. It's part of what kills basketball. The old games where you try and get points inside. It's like, it's almost like I like to correlate it like football a little bit to where if you're going for it on fourth down in the first half and not taking points, you get what you deserve. Louisville runs an RPO to the left side on second and long, gets themselves a first down. That was a great play call there. Great fake for the Louisville Kings. Benny Snell, you remember him for the Steelers? I believe he played for the Steelers. Just a defensive end, totally commits. And once you commit, you better make sure you go. Alabama for three from Texas again. Like, I know that Michigan's got these big players, though, and that must be why they're doing what they're doing. But Michigan's taking the same amount of threes, but they're making it. They got 2-point lead now. So Alabama's just been ice cold from the field ever since that timeout. Alabama for three again. He makes swoosh. That was on the money. On the money there. So we're going back and forth with 3-point daggers here in Chicago, Illinois. But Michigan, amazingly, is not. They shot for three and they missed. They're not taking advantage of the size inside, and I think that's going to bite them in this game. Alabama for three. It's just 3-point contest. Like, you got to start playing ball. It's a 1-point game. Move the ball. Both teams have 10 rebounds. That's how lousy this game has been. I mean, neither team's making the baskets that they need to. It's so great seeing spring football on my TV as well. And that time Alabama drove the lane, just made a bad shot. But the rebound was fumbled by Michigan, so it retains Chris tight ball. Looks like there's a timeout. Alabama's up one in a 3-point contest. Is this what game of basketball is going to be? Because if it is, I don't know how much of us want to keep watching. A little sunshine back there. A little bit of sunshine. I know my beautiful face is blinding y'all, so I got to make sure that we offset it a little bit. So while we're at commercial there, I'll just keep you guys tuned in on Birmingham and Louisville. Louisville is almost at midfield. It's 3rd and 8. Throws a just a little hook route, and the receiver bobbled it about 10 times, and it's intercepted by the Stallions, baby. Giddy up. So on the first possession of Louisville's existence, they get a couple first downs and throw a pick, but that's not on the quarterback. Like, he juggled it about 10 times. That was ridiculous. You got to either slap it down or pull it in. Stallions' away uniforms look good. I know his home uniforms are going to look questionable, but like, he tapped it one off his helmet, tap, 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 and then just the defender just made the play. So just got to concentrate, folks. You got to concentrate in sports when you're playing it. You got to dedicate your soul to it. But man, what a crazy crowd they got there. That's good, man. If you live in a UFL city, tickets are affordable. People always like to complain about professional sports being so pricey. You need to go. The merchandise is fairly priced. The games are great. It's football. It's not no nonsense. Birmingham's got it 1st and 10. They do an inside zone for a few yards on the right side there. Matt Corral is quarterback. Ole Miss quarterback is quarterback for the Stallions. Um, One thing I didn't like about the UFL that they did was they had the coaching change with moving Anthony Becht from St. Louis to Orlando. Although that is an upgrade in life for him, he gets to leave St. Louis and go live in Orlando. I can't blame him for that. So 2nd and 9 here for Birmingham. They're at the 42-yard line of Louisville after the turnover. And there is a penalty marker. So what's the penalty? Is it a delay? False start. I love spring football. It's good to have spring football. It's good to have 67 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. I appreciate you. Having a good time on this Friday night. Even though the sun's still out here, it's 5:15 here. So Anthony McFarland Jr. is a running back, and Deion Kane is back for the Stallions. So it's 2nd and 14. So they're already going backwards. The rust is there. Corral back to throw. Throws a laser over the middle of the field in the red zone. That was a beautiful throw to Mickens, number 12 there. Good straight seam route. Slot receiver right side. Just the safety. I mean, just that was a great throw. Like, he gets behind the defense, gets between the coverage. That's kind of stuff. That's great quarterbacking. So we're just about to come back from commercial in the Alabama-Michigan game. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. Please subscribe to my Winnable. I would greatly appreciate if you did. Here we are again. I'm just going to put this up here. Your support does mean everything. Follow me for more on my Winnable. I put free plays up. I'll have my free UFL package all season long. Birmingham did an inside give on 1st and 10 there. So we're going to see if Birmingham gets at least 3 points on the board. There is a couple rule changes, like you can't punt inside your own 50 there. It's all kinds of innovative stuff that I like about spring football, and it's still mostly football. They finally adopted the NFL pass interference rule for defensive penalty yards, so that'll make the game more exciting. Alabama swinging the ball around. There's nothing inside. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Off the glass, but foul. So is that a foul, Michigan or Alabama? Shooting foul. Okay. Makes first free throw. John Ross is playing for Birmingham. Remember, he ran that 4.240. It's the fastest in history. Well, Xavier Worthy beat it by 1/100th of a second. So dude's got wheels. But that was also 10 years ago. 3rd one for the Stallions. And they do an inside run. It gets first down. They're in 1st and goal from the 5, and Alabama hits the free throw to take a 3-point lead. So this is what we like to see. Birmingham, even though I took Louisville and the points. I think there's something to be said about opening teams and things along that sort, and you got a sellout crowd. I feel like the game will be close. We don't have a full feel for this teams in week one. Michigan just did a nice alley oop. It was a great alley oop play inside. They penetrated through the defense, got the job done. But Alabama goes right down the field and dunks it on the court. That's one of the benefits of being quick but ball controlled. So, and Snoop Connor scores a touchdown for the Birmingham Stallions. So the Birmingham Stallions get the first. As I said, Michigan hits a three. So we got a tie game in Chicago, and the Stallions are up 6-0 in Birmingham. And thank God they allow you to go for extra points now in the UFL. Like, I think that's more of a real thing. Alabama for three, swoosh. So the offense is going back and forth. In Chicago, Michigan for three. That's off the back of the rim. Alabama's so fast in transition. They're just so fast, but at least they slowed it down and they got sloppy and turned it over, though. And Birmingham about to kick the first extra point from NFL distance, and that kick is no good. He hooked it left. Folks, kickers are made in the UFL. Kicker from the Lions, his name Bates. Younghoe Koo was in the AAF. Nick Folk resurrected his career. If you can kick in the UFL, you will get on the roster, folks. So we're going to commercial in Louisville, but Alabama has a 3-point lead over Michigan right now. And they're still not taking advantage of their bigs. They're just shooting threes. I just don't know if that's a smart plan by Michigan, but if you want to keep doing that, by all means, don't stop. And Michigan tries to throw it across the court for an open look, and it wasn't there, and throws it away. To hell with the Wolverines. To hell with them. May they suffer eternally. Folks, I am sorry if I sound monotone, but I'm doing a little bit of just play-by-play. I don't want you guys just looking at me. There are so many times when I'm scrolling through YouTube and shorts, and there are people just sitting there. They've walked away and ain't got nothing to say. They're just live streaming their boring lives, and I try not to do that. I try to keep y'all entertained. Bama for three, but that was an open look at least. And they retain possession, goes for three from the corner, and it's good. So Crimson Tide got a 6-point lead. Alabama fans representing in the United Center. I love to see it. Those are my people. Oh, Michigan just ran. They're got to take advantage of their bigs like that. Just an inside dunk. It was just, he ran. Ball was outside, ran straight through the free throw in the paint there. It's easy give, easy dunk, easy transition basket for Michigan there. They play like that. That's their game. They got the size. But man, this game's going back and forth, back and forth. And there's a foul. Where's the foul? Oh, it was out of bounds. It's a bad throw underneath, but looks like it was contested. Folks, 68 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports Watch Along. I know a big majority of you are on X. So if you're watching, please subscribe. Just be a subscriber to my Kick. Kick.com/Justin Paul Sports. That's a huge benefit for me. I would be so eternally grateful if you subscribe to my Kick. Michigan gets 2. So it's 28-26 Alabama with 7:56 to go in the first half. So we're a little more than halfway done. And Alabama just moving the ball. They move it smoothly when they reset their feet. But when they go in transition all the time, the corner three, and it's good. 7 threes in the first half for the Crimson Tide. I think that they're taking Michigan out of their game a little bit because that transition speed, it just wears you out defensively. Like you've got to do something about it. Otherwise, you're going to give away open baskets. Michigan got 15. Big man got a dunk on a rebound. That's what they got to do. They've got the size in there. Alabama is 3 for 9 from 2-point, but 7 of 16 for 3. But there, Alabama drove the lane from the left side and it was wide open. That's what you got to do too. Take all the points you can get in the first half easy. Doesn't matter what the score is at halftime. Birmingham game is coming back. No punts allowed after the 50-yard line. 1 foot in bounds counts for UFL. Ball placed at the 40. If you can't kick it in the landing zone, and a 4-point field goal is in effect if it's over 60 yards. Something to keep in mind. We got a 2-point game here in Chicago. Michigan went downfield with Alabama for 3, and it's good. Just scoring is crazy. What did I say before the game started? It was going to be a ton of points scored here. The over was something to keep your eyes on. I mean, just the Michigan's just they're leaving number 15 open in the middle of the paint, and he's not a good shooter though. You can see that he's got to be inside for his game to count. Alabama doesn't have a team like that. They've got guys that can score from everywhere, including their big. Sherrill has already hit 2 threes in this game. They set good screens though, and they make you just run around. They just make you run around. Like it's got to be tiring. Inside give, but it was blocked. But that was the right call. That was the right call. And 23 for Michigan went coast to coast. So Michigan has 4 blocks. Alabama has none. There's size differential I talked about pregame. They just don't have the size that Michigan has. Oh, an alley oop for Alabama. Let's go. Let's go. 5-point lead for the Crimson Tide. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. And Michigan's is moving the ball well. I mean, they are just not respecting number 15 at that free throw line to make shots. They're just leaving him at least 6 feet apart. A foul in Alabama on a blocking foul. Not a shooting foul, though. Louisville throws nice little completion there. So, 1st and 10 for Louisville. Quarterback for Louisville, he was played for the Bears. Last name is Bean. Right now, he's 2 for 4 for 23 yards. He's got that pick, but like I said, that pick is not on him. They need to create a statistic for when a receiver bobbles the ball like that. It shouldn't be on the quarterback at that point. But Louisville's past midfield, 1st and 10 from the 45, and they throw a little inside hitch there and break a couple tackles and gains 9 yards. So should be 2nd and short here. So the playbook's wide open when you're 2nd and short. Offensive coordinator Steve Logan for the Louisville Kings. It's one thing about the UFL is you get that exposure to coaching and all that stuff. It's really neat stuff. I mean, the NFL, you know why they don't do it because the pro, they hold things close to their chest and they want to keep things in check. So we are commercial at Alabama, Michigan. So in the meantime, I'm keeping an eye on Louisville, Birmingham. 2nd and 1, simple single back formation, just inside give, and they don't convert. That'd have been a perfect time for play action, but 3rd and 1, still got the odds are in your favor on 3rd and 1. No comments. No comments. Just the one from my boy 72. So I just want to say thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys tuning in on X. 68 viewers on X. Please make sure that you check in on my kick.com/Justin Paul Sports. Louisville decides to run it again, and they barely get it. He was hitting the backfield, but gets the first down, so it's perfect run. These uniforms for Louisville Kings are where it's at. I do like them. That dark green, they got a good scheme there. That's good stuff. I'm so glad that, everybody loves The Rock, but The Rock is kind of, he was kind of an absentee landlord when he came to this league after the first year. And I think if the UFL is smart, if Reapol's smart, he could find a way to have owners and just have a regular season. And I think that, there are probably wealthy people that can't get into the NFL that would probably get a team like this, and then you could really compete with them, honestly. And what's so wrong about that? Why do the best players just have to go to the NFL? The USFL had a bunch of Hall of Famers play for them. Bruce Smith, Steve Young, Jim Kelly, those guys all played in the USFL. You go where the money's at. So we are coming back from commercial in Chicago. It is 38-33. Alabama has the lead. They're doing this without Aiden Holloway, so they know they had to really step up. They've got to keep that press on them. 8 for 17 on 3. So Second and 10 for Birmingham, and they or for Louisville, and they ran a zone option read and only got a couple yards, so it's going to be third and long for the Kings. The Kings, the Kings, the Kings. Defensive end read that one well, though. He bit, but then he was able to pursue and get back outside. So now we know that we got to get third and long. Let's see what they do here. Still coming back from commercial there. Third and 9 for the Kings at the 34-yard line of Birmingham. Bean back to pass. He looks, got a man open, and it's caught at the 11-yard line. Meanwhile, we're back from commercial here in Chicago, and Michigan has the ball. So we'll move around inside the paint. Misses the short shot there, but the rebound goes everywhere, and the guy gets his own rebound. And they score. That's part of not having a big in there. So Alabama gets obviously taking it down court. Just moving around, moving around, moving around. They're making Michigan work, though. They're just making them work athletically. That's what they. This is how they play ball. Alabama for three, and it's short. You get the offensive glass for three again, in and out of the rim. And Louisville gets a touchdown. Michigan goes coast to coast. They're within one. Inside zone there. It looks like inside run for Louisville. That's a touchdown for sure. Alabama has 0 fast break points. Michigan has 9. There's a foul on Michigan. So Jackson scores a touchdown for the Kings, and Alabama goes to commercial with a 1-point lead. Folks, 69 viewers. Nice. Nice. 6'9" in the house. It's better than 6'7". Whatever it is you young people do. So Louisville makes the first extra point in UFL history and takes a 7-6 lead in the first quarter. It was a hell of a run. He had a broke a few tackles there. Oh, it wasn't a run. It was just a throw across the middle and broke a couple tackles, turned around and just got in there. So good play calling. Smart play calling. Watch the UFL. Watch spring football. Watch it, love it, live it, learn to become one with it. Folks have been on the air almost an hour. We had the delay tip for the game for whatever reason. But it is what it is. Cheers to you guys tuning in and joining Justin from Justin Paul Sports on this beautiful Friday, March 27th, in the year of our Lord 2026. Salute. Oh, man. Wish I could see some comments, though. I'd love to chat with y'all. It's been kind of a slow day. Got 70 viewers, so thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Appreciate that very much. Let's see here. What do we got here? I've got 297 subscribers. Can I get 3 more subscribers from you? Is that possible? Is it possible to get 3 more subscribers and get me to 300? Can you guys make that happen? Sub to my channel. Sub to my YouTube channel. Just give me 3 more subs. I'm going to post the link. Let's post the link here to my channel. Just a moment here. I apologize for technical difficulties, but then I don't, so. Here we go here. Let's see what we do here. Let's see what we do here, folks. All right, I posted a link on YouTube or on X. I need 3 more subs. I need y'all to join up with me. 70 viewers, though. I appreciate that so much. Appreciate that bigly. Bigly. All right. So 38-37, Alabama leads. 3:54 left in the first half there. And I've got 70 viewers of you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Please subscribe to my Kick. Kick it. Oh, we all know if I was a pretty girl that we'd have 500 subs by now, but instead I'm just a handsome man, so it takes a little more. But we all know how that goes. Well, not all of you. Some of y'all probably aren't as handsome as I am, but that's okay. That's okay. There's things you could do about that. I don't know what they are because they're things I've never had to do, but there are things you could probably do about that. So Alabama had their shot blocked because they don't have any bigs in there, and the shot clock was running out. Had a second chance shot, but missed it. Michigan runs down the field, shoots court, shoots a three, and that was the ugliest shot, but it went in. I can't believe that went in. Michigan's got the lead. 2-point lead for the full Wolverines. 3:15 to go. It's their first lead in like 8 minutes. Crowd's into it, but the hell with that crowd. Alabama hits a three and takes the lead right back. That ought to shut these people up. But I think that's transition. That's just a transition. Hurry up, athletic. But Michigan hits a three of their own. So both these teams are on fire. We've got 80 something combined points almost here in the first half. And Alabama for three. They missed. We've had three ties, 7 lead changes in this game. Michigan for three. And they nail it. So they're up 5. So they're feeling it. But you know what? It's just 9 for 22 for Alabama for 3-point land, 8 for 14 for Michigan. So Michigan's way more efficient from 3-point land. Alabama's just chucking it up, chucking it up, chucking it. Like he stepped back for three, missed it, but they got the glass. And then they got lazy on defense. 13-3 run for Michigan. So got to get it together. This is Michigan's a serious threat to win the national championship, and we can see why. You got to make these shots. You can't. It just can't be three. I talked about it. You just do threes the whole time, and you're gonna have to eventually catches up to you. So it is crazy to see AJ McCarron as a head coach of a football team. He looks so young. But AJ McCarron will always be a hero in this house. I mean, when you win 2 national championships for Nick Saban, and then you marry Auburn's homecoming queen, the hottest girl on their campus, and then have babies with her, folks. New technology here. But in the meantime, Alabama is down 42-47. Um, this is just ridiculous. Damn it. Just a moment, folks. Folks, I think it's got a problem here with my computer, I think. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. One way or the other, we'll figure it out. Can't get no sound out of here. Anyway, I got two viewers, so let me just try something here. Let's just see what's going on. This is kind of irritating. There we go. Now I got sound. Now we're coming back. See, I think I lost all my viewers there, but nothing I can do about it. I don't know why my computer keeps doing that stuff. It's an older desktop, I guess, so it might be time to upgrade. Just taking a look here on my X. It says I got 69 viewers though, so we'll see. But on the thing here, it says 2. So there we go. Everybody's here. Thanks for tuning in, folks. 73 viewers. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Bear with me on it. We're going to get through all this together. So, Bobby, what's up, Bobby? Folks, Bobby's big board is going through a little bit of construction with some things. I know that we are missing his content, but he will be back. I'm going to try and get him hopefully with the NFL draft here. But speaking of things that are kind of wild, St. John's has a 9-point lead on Duke in the second half here, and Alabama has tied it with Michigan. So we are going places, folks. We are back. We are back. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for tuning in. Bobby from Bobby's Big Board. He is the man. He is a legend. Make sure you check out his channel. Bobby's Big Board has all your dynasty draft needs, all the everything that you want to know about a prospect, where to draft him in dynasty, where you want to go. Just get him. Just get it going. We're so back. Thanks for tuning in, Big Bob. But what a game we've got going on here. Alabama, Michigan, just putting up points like crazy in the first half. I mean, I'd love to see it. We got our UFL still in the first quarter, so hopefully I'll be able to watch the rest of that Birmingham game. Hopefully I'll be able to catch the fourth quarter without anything else. So I apologize, you guys, for the technical difficulties. Like I said, it's been doing that lately. It might be time for me to worry about getting some hardware upgrades. So I might have to get myself one of those gaming computers with all the fancy, bells and whistles. So thanks for tuning in, Bobby. I need 3 more subs, folks. I need subscribers. I need 300 YouTube subscribers. 300. Get me there. 300. Trying so hard. I've been stuck in like the mid 250s to 270s forever. But then, shout out to Tom Grossi. He absolutely put a couple of Packer bombs on me because I do put up live streams during the Packer games. I think I'm going to live stream every Alabama game this year. I'm going to do that. You guys could tune in and leave comments. If you're a Bama hater, that's okay too. I'm sorry about your life, but you can tune in and leave comments as well. I mean, we welcome all the haters. We welcome all the fans of the show. We appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much for tuning in, spending your Friday with me. A little bit more of that sunshine in here. But there we go. I'm just trying to get things a little different here. I don't know why it's like I said, there we go. My view is just different. Ever since the computer reset itself like that, my view changed. But it's all good. I don't need to look at me. I do that every day. You guys need to look at me and thank your stars that you do. I mean, on that day that God created, He said it is good. So you question that. Question the good Lord above. 71 viewers. Shout out to you. 71 viewers. We are in the second quarter here in Birmingham. 7-6, Louisville leads the game. Matt Corral is 5 for 6 for 65 yards, so he's come out solid. They've got the ball at Louisville's 33-yard line here, and it's 3rd and 4. And Alabama and Michigan are tied at 47 with 31 seconds left in the first half there. So they run an RPO, and it's incomplete on the left side. So that's going to be a field goal situation for Birmingham. But Let's get through this last of the first half here with Alabama and Michigan tied at 47. Michigan's got the ball. They go inside, give it to 15, try to create a one-on-one where he's the bigger guy. Misses the shot, but it's Alabama's got the ball. Shot clock's off, so this will be the last possession of the first half likely. Got 10 seconds. We're just moving around, just making them work, making them move, and there's a foul. So Bama's going to shoot 6.6, shoot some free throws. This game has been back and forth like crazy, tons of three-pointers, but Michigan's been way more efficient when they shoot the three. But Michigan doesn't need to shoot the three. They've got those big guys. Like I said, they've got those big men in the middle. And because they do, that should be their game the rest of the game. But I hope they don't adjust. I hope they keep playing with fire and knock themselves out of this tournament. Alabama with the first free throw. You guys know what it's like when you bet on a sporting event, when you bet on basketball specifically, and it comes down to free throws, how stressful it is. That's more stressful than football betting. When you're basketball betting and you're betting on an over or you're betting on a team to miss free throws or to make free throws, I cannot recreate that kind of stress. You just have to do it. You have to go with my picks. I took Bama plus the points here. Right now they got a 2-point lead. There's 6 seconds left. And Michigan's going to get the last shot of the first half. Hopefully they miss it. Shoots it from 3 and it just doesn't get touched. So at the half, Crimson Tide are up 49-47. I will take that because everybody thought Michigan was going to just boat race them, That's just what we thought. We're just like, we're just going to do what we want to do. So, first half, Crimson Tide 49, Michigan 47. This is the kind of playoff basketball you love to see. A trip to the Elite Eight is on the line. And in the meantime, while we're at halftime, I am going to go over to Fox and check out the UFL, brother. That's what we want to do is the UFL. What do we got here? And we are at commercial. So yeah, good stuff, folks. 71 viewers. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you. Having a good time. That's what we want to do is just have ourselves a good time. Enjoying our Friday nights. What are you guys doing on Friday night? Going out with your girlfriend, watching football with Justin Paul Sports, watching college basketball with Justin Paul Sports, making some bets with Justin Paul Sports, winning some money with Justin Paul Sports. Is that what you're doing? Because that's a smart play. You can take your girlfriend to McDonald's and save some money, and then you can bet with me and win some money. You see how that works? You got to focus on the money before you focus on your girlfriend, all right? And some of y'all I know don't have girlfriends, and that's okay. That's even more money for you to put in your pocket and watch the sports and make this money. You see how this works? You see? Because when you get the girlfriend, that's a negative. When you do a cost-benefit analysis, that is a money machine that will take your money away from you, right? But when you bet with Justin Paul Sports, that's an increase to what you do. That's an increase to your bank account. And that's what we want to see. We like to have increases. We like to win. We like to make money. So, in the meantime, at halftime, Alabama does have the lead. We are going to flip over to Louisville, Kentucky in the opening inaugural game of the season for the 2026 season of the UFL. This spring football is so great because it holds that long offseason from the NFL and college football. And yes, I do wish we had a team out here in Arizona. I would get season tickets, but what we got here, for some reason, they're showing a guitar collection on there. I don't know if Jeff Jarrett's going to make an appearance, but nonetheless, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10 for Louisville. They are at their own 41-yard line. It's an I formation, play action, rolling to the right. Bean is going to take off, and it'll be 3rd and short. So you got about 3rd and 2 here. It's nothing open. You take off. That's what good quarterbacks do. You don't always have to stay in the pocket. If there's something there and you do a rollout, take a few yards. It won't kill you. I wish more quarterbacks would do that. If it's there, you don't have to force it. Real quick update. Birmingham has 82 total yards. Louisville has 93. So they've got the slight yardage edge, and they do have the 1-point advantage. So Louisville was a 4.5-point underdog. 3rd and 2 for the Kings at the 48-yard line. They need to get to midfield to get a first down, shotgun formation. It's a mesh route, and he just overthrows the back, but that wouldn't have went anywhere. So Louisville can punt, or folks, we might get our first 4-point field goal attempt. Let's see what the Kings do here. And they are just going to punt the football. Joe Klatt and Kirk Menefee on the call for Fox Sports. There's a great crowd in Louisville. I am glad Louisville showed up for some pro football because this is professional football. It's professional. And doing smart here with the field position. Looks like a fair catch at the 20, so it's only a 30-yard field difference, but trust your defense. Trust your defense to make plays, folks. That's how we go places. You guys going places? Leave me some comments in the chat, folks. Say hello. Say hello to my little friend, okay? You want to talk to Justin Ball Sports? Okay, you talk to him. You leave a message. You talk to me, okay? Okay, who do I trust? Me. That's so. Okay, me. I trust me. That was a terrible Tony Montana impression, folks, but I did it anyway. I can do all kinds of impressions. Leave a comment in the chat and tell me who you want to do an impression of. I'll tell you what I can do. Y'all want to hear me do a pig holler? Check it out. Professional pig holler in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now, if that don't get me to 1,000 viewers, I don't know what will. One more time. Squeal like a pig right in the microphone. You're like, how am I going to trust this guy to make bets when he's squealing like a pig and he's making these terrible jokes? But folks, I don't care. I don't care. I am who I am. I'm having a good time on this Friday night. Everybody's worked all week. They've worked hard. They're making their money. They don't want to spend their money on some nonsense. They want to make money taking bets with me. We took Alabama plus the points. We took Louisville plus the points. You got to sign up for my March Madness Money Club. $9.99 get you the day's picks. $9.99, folks. Are you that poor you can't afford $9.99? I don't think so. If you bought my picks, you'd have more money and it wouldn't be nothing. So you just got to take that first step. It's like losing weight or anything else. You just got to take the first step. Don't be a coward. Don't be scared. Don't worry about your girlfriend. What's this charge for $9.99? I made $50 off that. I made $100 off that. And when you do, you'll thank me. Because you're going to win. I win, folks. I don't. Listen, when it comes to sports betting, everybody has losing streaks, and it's just inevitable. It doesn't matter who you are. Nobody's a flawless capper. I don't care what internet says. I don't care what Instagram says. I don't care what nothing says. You're going to have dry spells. But over my life and over career and over everything else, I've had winning years every year because I pay attention to this. I love it. I enjoy it. This is my passion, right? This is what I do. This is who I am. This is what I enjoy doing. I spend time watching the games, studying the lines, studying the numbers, finding the important edges. There's way too much information that's irrelevant. There's way too much irrelevant information that's fed to you when you're trying to, when they come up with stupid stats to throw you off your betting game. That's on purpose. Like QB wins is not a real thing, folks. That's not going to win a bet for you. It never has and it never will, right? Turnovers all the time, that's just a fluke. You can never rely on that to be a statistic because it's such a fluky thing. 1st and 10 for Birmingham. Coral back to pass, throws it out in the flat, and pulls it in for about a 2-yard catch to the tight end on the outside. Just a little simple out route. Jamie Sharp, our former Baltimore Raven, is running the defense for the Kings. He was a linebacker with Ray Lewis on that 2000 Super Bowl team. I think it was right before they drafted Ray Lewis. He was on that elite team. I think Ray Lewis was a rookie. Sharper was a great player, though. Great defensive player. All right, Birmingham's got 4 wide here. And an inside give. So you want to spread them out. And that gains about 5. So it's going to be 3rd and manageable here. 3rd and about 5. So I like that play call. I like when it's, 2nd down play calling to me is really just the tell of who you are. It's not what you do on 3rd down. It's what you call on 2nd down because 2nd down tells me how much you trust your offense on 3rd down. It does. Like if it's 2nd and long and you're afraid to run it, you're panicking. You have to just run your plays. You have to do it. You have to be smart when it comes to this game. I know these guys are coaches and they play, and who am I? I'm just an observer, but I just know what I see. 3rd and 5, out to the flat again, and it's a 1st down. So that was just a little simple out route. So Birmingham moving the ball. Corral's having himself a very efficient first half for the Birmingham Stallions on the road in the sellout crowd in Louisville. But it was man coverage, and he just beat his guy out there to the left side. 71. I still got a 71 count. So thank you for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. Just want to say thank you guys one more time for tuning in. Appreciate you so much. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. First 10 for Birmingham. It's a inside give to the left side. And they gained about 8 yards there. So right now, Birmingham is imposing their will on Louisville. They're imposing their will on them. And it's early in the second quarter still. We got 9 minutes to go. Matt Corral, 7-9 for 73 yards. They're playing small, efficient football, but getting the job done. Tomorrow we see the Defenders in St. Louis, noon kickoff Eastern. That should be a sold-out crowd in St. Louis as well. I hope that next year the UFL decides to start the week, which shout out to my boy UFL Jim for agreeing with me on this stance, but when there's that Super Bowl bye week, you need to have your full schedule out, the whole thing. People are starving for football that weekend. They don't want to watch NFL flea flicker, flag football garbage. They don't. I don't care who you are. Come on, man. Or you can watch and get a bunch of eyes who are in football fever mode on your product. That's what they need to do. So they're going 4 wide again on 1st and 10 here. They're at almost at midfield. They're at the 45-yard. They're on 45. And Corral is getting the ball out of there good. Gains about 15 on that throw. So Mickens is his guy. He's got 3 catches in this game that I've seen, including that nice 28-yard throw on the first drive of the game for the Stallions. Just finding the holes in the zone. Matt Corral looks good. Either he looks good or this defense just looks suspect, but it's hasn't been terrible. But that's a good throw. So we'll see how he does this season. Mickens has 3 catches for 49 yards. Inside run for Birmingham. Gain a couple yards there. So McFarland with a few yards. Just going to check in here on the basketball game. It should still be the half, but let's just take a look. I will just pull up the ESPN app and see. Yep, it still says halftime. So as long as this is halftime, that's what we're going with. 2nd and 8 for the Stallions. They're at the Louisville 39-yard line. Corral back to pass, and he gets pressured, just throws in the flat. Behind the line of scrimmage, but he manages to get 5 yards. So everything that Birmingham is finding against his defense is in the flats. They're just not covering it. So just a simple little 2 or 3 yards. You love to see it. Boy, who wants to see Alabama beat Michigan tonight, folks? Let's go. Let's upset the Wolverines season. It should be payback for all that cheating they did in that championship year. I don't want to hear it. They cheated. They cheated, and that's the end of it. Simple as. 3rd and 3 for the Stallions. 34-yard line. Inside run. Gets the first down. Gets to the 20. He's down to the 15-yard line, so great play calling there for the Stallions. They're moving the ball downfield. They're in the red zone now, and they are trying to at least, they're still, obviously, it's 1st and 10, so a touchdown is definitely in play here, but great work. Man, there was a hole so open. He drove a Toyota through there. Snoop Connor, folks, remember former Baltimore Raven? He's making plays there. Stiff arm. So it's 1st and 10. We're just inside 6 minutes. Snoop Connor, 6 carries, 38 yards for a touchdown. He's got the only touchdown in the game here. The Stallions helmets, I love them. That red, I love that shade. At the 15-yard line, inside run again. Gets to the 9-yard line. So nice gain on 1st down, 6 yards there. We are threatening, folks. We are posting threats. Tyler Siskey is our offensive coordinator for the Birmingham Stallions. Thank you for tuning in. It is halftime at Alabama, Michigan. We've got ourselves quite the elite or Sweet 16 matchup as we are going to end Michigan season. We're going to end the Wolverines season, folks. It's happening. They're going to get that thing called tight butthole in the second half. So Here we go. Second and 5. They do. They get stuffed in the backfield for a 4-yard loss there. They tried to run a misdirection. Defense did not bite. Defense did not bite one bit there. So it'll be third and long. Uh, they did like a fake end around, but they gave it away. Had they kept it, there might have been something there, but we get it. We understand, folks. We understand. So thank you guys again for tuning in and enjoying Friday night with Justin Paul Sports. Third and 8. So that was a healthy loss on that play. Third and 8 for the Stallions. They got trips left. And back to throw. Corral's got a clean pocket and just drops the ball, so it's going to be a field goal attempt here for Birmingham. A little bit of contact, but tight throw. Got to make that throw. AJ McCarron is the coach, and he was in the UFL 2 seasons ago. Like, it's crazy that you're a head coach now. It's usually not how this works, but good for him. Local boy from Mobile, doing Alabama proud. SEC country, because that is the elite conference when it comes to college football. I do not care that the Big Ten's won the last 3. I don't care at all. Do not care. So we'll see how good Indiana is this year. I'm not buying it. So, just a minute, folks. Just a minute here. Let's see what this is. My boy is sending me audio files. I have to check that out in a little bit. So here we go. 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 Just saying hello to everyone who's tuning in on Kick, if they are tuning in on Kick. Just saying hi to the chat. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in. What a day. Look at Michael Repole. He's at the St. John's game, but he's got the UFL on his phone. Smart man. Loves his product. I knew he's going to take his product, of course, as he should, but nonetheless, do what you got to do. Oh, man, what a day, folks. Tell me about your weeks. Tell me in the chat. I need to hear from you guys. I need to hear from you. Say hello. Say hello to my little friend. It's like 2 Scarface references in one day. I don't know if I should be doing that. But I don't care. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Trying to get some folks from the college basketball chat to join the feed and say hi. There you go. And I got a couple more viewers there. So if you are in the college basketball chat on X and tuning in, just want to say hello and thank you so much. I'm unapologetically pulling for Alabama. I also did like the points, even if I was unbiased. 9.5 is a lot of points to give in a Sweet 16 game with a team that's got the number 1 offense in college basketball. I don't care who you are, laying that many points to an offensive juggernaut is amazing stuff. So here we go. Here we go, folks. UFL kickoff. We're still at the half. Let's see here. We're still at the half at the basketball game, 49-47. Alabama does have themselves a 2-point lead over the heavily favored Michigan Wolverines, rightfully so. I'm not going to disrespect the Wolverines. I just don't want them to win. And just kind of getting through this, you know. And that I need a partner to talk with on this stuff, and you got to do it all on yourself. It's a little bit tough. It's live, but who cares? Who cares, right? A little bit more sunshine in here. Sun is going to start setting here on the West Coast, on the West Side. So, real quick update: Birmingham has 147 total yards. Louisville has 93. Birmingham's got 55 rushing yards to Louisville's 27. And Birmingham is 9 first downs, Louisville 6. So Birmingham is dominating on all aspects of the game. Just that missed extra point, otherwise it'd be a 10-7 ball game. Thank God for that extra point that they have in this, though. It does make the scoring more appealing to the eye. To traditional football fans, we want to keep this football. We don't want to do gimmick stuff. I'm not a super fan of everything gimmicky. I mean, play calling is one thing, but like when you're just trying to do all kinds of goofy stuff, I'm not a big fan of it. Even though I do like the CFL, I do enjoy the CFL. So Birmingham loading the right side, but they don't come. They back out, and they're still getting pressure. Bean throws it deep. He had a man, but just overshot. He hits that. It's a big gain. Flips the field, but does not get the job done, folks. Does not get the job done. Let me go here. Here we go. Come on now. Where are we at? Where are we at? Still at halftime in the basketball game. I swear NBA or college basketball halftimes are longer than NFL halftimes. But Bama closed that half with an 8-0 run. Take the lead. So Louisville's got the ball at their own 40. They're going. They're looking deep. And it was open. Just a bad throw. So now it's 3rd and long. So back-to-back passes for them. And nothing happened. So Duke has taken the lead late against St. John's, 67-65. It looks like there. Some scoring. Alabama right cells got 10 points. Phylon's leading with 19. Lindeborg leads Michigan with 12. Nobody else is even close for the rest of them. It's just been quite the game. It's been close, steady college basketball playoff game. Now, 3rd and long, Louisville's throwing it deep, and they got it on that one, so it's going to be a first down for sure. So give me just a moment here. Just checking some things. Just want to say hello. Shout out to my friends out there. Shout out to all 73 of you that are tuning in. Let me just post this here. Hang on one second. Hang on one second, folks. Sorry, folks. It looks like I'm having camera issues, but I don't know why it's doing all this stuff. I'm staying here, folks. Just hang tight. Technical issues. I don't know what happened here. Hang tight. I don't know what's going on here, folks. I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like it's quit on me, and that won't be good because I won't have a camera. Hang tight, folks. Hang with me. In the meantime, Louisville did go for a touchdown. So let me figure something out here. So, folks, I'm having technical difficulties with my camera. I don't know what happened. Well, there we go. All right, folks, hang tight. Hang tight. All right. My apologies, y'all. I don't know why I did that. All right. So it looks like we're still good. I still got all my viewers, so I got to figure out this again here. So it's always my least favorite part is trying to still at halftime here, but hang tight with me. All right, we are almost back here. All right. So we are back in the second half. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. I don't know what happened. But nonetheless, I got to get some technical stuff taken care of here. Michigan does have a 1 point lead. It's 52-51. We are enjoying ourselves some college basketball playoffs and just getting a few things straightened out with all this. And let's see if we got this right here as well. All right. So we're going to focus mostly on the second half of this. I've got 74 viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I apologize for the technical errors. I've had my computer shut off and restart twice. And I just had my camera quit for some reason. Lord only knows, but that's fine. That's how it is sometimes. So Michigan had a nice little transition steal there. They got a 3 point lead, so they're moving fast. They're coming out. They got that second half speech. They're fired up. I don't blame them. Not one bit. So it looks like a few minutes had passed. That was just a terrible throw by Alabama. My goodness. So we're going to commercial again. So with that being said, that's what we can do. So what's up, guys? I got 74 of you watching. 74 eyes. Somebody say hi in the chat. Bobby's dropped in for a few moments. Just want to say what's going on. Just want to say shout out to Bobby. Shout out to you guys for watching. Just love to have some conversation. Keep the stream going real nice. Very nice. How did Eddie do it from Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation? It's like real nice. Real nice. Well, Alabama fans might be sucking down the eggnog after this. If this keeps up. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Friday night, watching hoops. Football is back to hold us over until the NFL preseason. We're gonna have the draft here. About a month. I think it's at the end of April. Last year's draft was in Green Bay, so that you're not going to top that. I mean, they had it in Chicago. Who cares about Chicago? Well, Caleb Williams, he's good, guys. He made two throws, guys. He's so good. He beat the Packers. Okay, he beat the Packers without Micah Parsons, and and your quarterback threw five picks in the playoffs, including the game-losing interception. Oh, but DJ Moore was lacking. DJ Moore didn't make a play. It's all on DJ. It's not our beloved Caleb Williams. Listen here. The reality of the Bears next season is going to just absolutely crush the souls of my good friends, Bobby's Big Board and the Dynasty Fantasy Football Strategist, and whomever just loves these Chicago Bears folks. I'm here to tell you right now, they got the benefit of the last place schedule last year, led the league with turnovers. They didn't do it all with Caleb Williams. The regression is going to be glorious, y'all. It's going to be killer. It's going to be great. And I will be here. I will be here for it. I will be here to rub it, that dirt in your eye for the entire season. That 8 and 9 season is going to hit like heroin next year. Bears fans are going to be like, it's just like, yeah, well, it was more fun. That'll be more fun than your usual 4-win season. That's going to be way more fun than just your typical Bears suffering, you know? To hell with the Bears, man. They're where we thought they were. They're where we thought they were. I mean, even if you talk about that season when they went to the Super Bowl, the defense carried that team. Rex Grossman was horrendous. They had great defense, great special teams. For some reason, they finally come back from commercial. Pete Crow Armstrong is at the game, but it's in United Center. Yaxel Lindenborg is their leading scorer. It's quite the name. I hope I said it right. 75 viewers. Let's go. Let's get me home. Let's get to honey. Can we get to honey? Don't I sound cool when I use young terms like honey? Let's get to honey, hundo, stack, a band, a grip, whatever you want to call it. Let's get there. All right. So here we go. 54-51 Michigan leads. Our NFL colleague, Evan Washburn, is doing some commentary on this game. So shout out to Evan. And they're showing happy Michigan kids in the crowd and a flustered Nate Oates, but that guy just keeps it going. So Bama's got the ball coming across midcourt. And they're trying to say it's getting away from Alabama. It's only a 3-point game. Like, announcers try to build stuff sometimes, and when they do that, they just look ridiculous. Like, getting away from them in a one possession game is not getting away from them. That is not getting away from you. Getting away would be a 12-point lead, and you haven't scored. A 12-0 run is kind of getting away from you in the second half. You know, a 3-point one possession game, like, looks like Duke's going to pull it off. It's a 5-point lead with 107 left, though. There's still time from what I can see. So, no brackets are going to be busted there. I mean, it's kind of late for bracket busting. I had one of mine because I thought Florida would make another run, but they did not. Alabama turns it over. That's the one. That's their like Achilles heel. They just and one for Michigan. So now it's a 5-point game. Drinks are going to start going down now, folks. The drinks are going to start going down now. So the commentator just said they had 14 points in the paint in the first half, and they've got 6 right in the second half. That's what they need to do. They do that, they'll win this game. I'm convinced. I was hoping they wouldn't do that. 7 point. Oh, I'm sorry. They just gave the point to Alabama, but that's not correct. It should be 51-57. There we go. 6-point game. 2-possession game. Both teams have 6 turnovers. But they're, you know, man, Alabama's just moving around, but they're just so like it looks like they're going to turn it over every time they shoot. Alabama, the inside shot missed it, but saved by Michigan, so they might go on another run here. So Michigan played defense on the outside, and was able big enough inside to handle it. So if Michigan does that, they'll win the game. I don't doubt it for a second. Three. So now Michigan's up 9. So we come out the break. The Wolverines are red hot. They're shooting 70% from field goal, 3-point for Alabama though. So it's one thing about Alabama, man. They will score in a hurry. Phylon's got 22 points for Alabama. It's his 21st game with 20 points or more. Looks like Duke's up by 30 with 32 seconds left to go. But that's not my concern. My concern is here. Man, Michigan's just going inside. They're just if they do that, they're gonna just wear them down. They cannot. Alabama cannot defend this team inside. They can't. I haven't seen anything that shows that they've been able to do that all season, let alone do it against a team with good bigs. But Alabama in the corner 3, and he nails it. Damn. Bowl from downtown. Alabama is 11 of 29 from downtown, and Michigan is 50% from 3-point land. But man, their defense is Michigan hit the 3 because they're not getting on defense. So it's an 8-point lead for Michigan. Bama, no, from the corner. It looked like it was there. Corner's a tough shot, though. Bama for 3, and it's blocked. Baseball pass for Michigan, but it's turned over. And then Alabama turns it over. They're playing sloppy. They can't defend them inside. It's 10-point lead for Michigan. Michigan's going to start pulling away. Now it's starting to get away a little bit because they can't get anything defensively inside. Alabama's shooting threes and not making them. This will make it a 12-point game or 13-point game here on this drive. All Michigan has to do is just like they just don't recover defensively. Alabama doesn't. Michigan can't miss. Now it's a 13-point game. Michigan's starting to pull away with it now. And they are one of the best teams. 8-0 run in the last 30 seconds. God, nobody likes Michigan. Nobody with credibility likes Michigan. I got family members who like Michigan. Bama hits a 3, though. So brings it within 10. I guess the one thing that they got going for them is like they can score in a quickness, but if Michigan keeps driving the lane, there's not going to be a response for that at all. There will not be an answer for that. Alabama's one of the worst defensive teams in basketball. And that's part of Nate Oates' philosophy is just make them and Bama with the foul. So we got a 10-point game, 12:09 left in the second half. So we're going to have to we can start getting nitty-gritty. Can't be sloppy with the basketball. Can't be doing that kind of stuff, So we'll see. 75 viewers. Shout out to y'all. 75 viewers. I just want to say thank you so much. We are just maxing and relaxing on our Friday night. Everybody been working hard all week. All right, let's see if I can just get a little check here on the Birmingham game while we're at commercial here. And quite the run there for the Wolverines. I mean, they are number 1 seed for a reason. Aiden Holloway's presence is starting to be missed a little bit, but he's still not a big. You got to have that big to make plays. You just have to do it. All right, where are we at here? Where are we at? Let's take a look. Come on. Here we go. All right, so quick update from the UFL. They're at commercial. Showing off those uniforms, though. They look good. All right, so it looks like it's halftime. 9-7, Birmingham leads over there. And it looks like there's a halftime performance by somebody. Looks like a rapper. Folks, I don't listen to rap, so I don't know who the rappers are. I'm sorry. A little too old for that. Can't relate to a lot of it. No, I guess they're cleaning off the field, but they're still at half there. We got to break this Michigan run, get a couple, bring it within two possessions here quickly. Can't let them pull away. Can't let them defensively or offensively just drive the lane and uncontested like that. Like, it's just not acceptable. So, first half stats, though, Matt Corral's 9 for 13, 92 yards. Jason Bean is 7 of 14, 109 yards with a touchdown and a pick. But like I said, that pick's not on him. That pick was an absolute, just a bobble of the reception by the team, by the receiver, the tight end or whoever it was. He just bobbled it like 10 times. So football's been, low scoring, but good. It's been good. All right, we're coming back in the basketball game there. Alabama's -7 on the rebound margin, uh, 12 of 33 from 3-point land, 24 points in the paint for Michigan. That's where Michigan's going to win this game, I'm convinced. Man, I hope Alabama gets a couple bigs in the either transfer portal or the recruiting class. I think Duke finished off St. John's there, and they are still at halftime in Birmingham. They're showing, like I said, a halftime show. So 10-point lead for Michigan, 70-60, 12:09 left. There is a review on the court for something. I don't know what it's for. Mopping the floor. Michigan has had a 23-11 scoring run in this half. Michigan does have the ball here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. So, I guess they were checking to see if it was a tech, but it's just a regular foul. Michigan gets it inside. That's where they'll have the advantage there. Like, he just bullies, but missed. But inside, Michigan can bully this team. And I love Alabama, but I just got to be straight about it. Inside, they can't defend it. I mean, this dude ain't nothing like Shaq. I'm going to another commercial. God damn, man. Like, why? Like, we know you need your ad revenue, but you just went to break. You just went to break. Hell with that, man. So, yeah, so they're showing at the Birmingham game some musical performance. Like I said, I don't know who it is. I thought it was a rapper, but it's not. Whoever this is. So, we got full house there, though, so good for Louisville, man. That's country music. Well, country rock. If you live in DC, if you live in Dallas, you live in Houston, you live in Birmingham, you live in St. Louis, you live in Orlando, you live in Louisville, you need to get your butt to these games. You need to go. You need to go. Take your family out. Do something. Have a good time. It'll be fun. It's totally worth it. Support this league. Support football. Because it's this, and then it's the CFL kind of carries you into the regular season in the NFL, but the CFL has those wild. The only thing I don't like about the CFL, the only thing is I don't like that three downs. I don't. This is the only thing I've always never liked that. But all the other stuff that's kind of fun innovation, and they're not Americans, so that's okay if they do it a little differently. And there's a lot of history and tradition in Canada. If the CFL merged with the UFL and just ran UFL rules in a shorter season, I think that we would see it be a massive success. I do. definitely. You know, but it's good that the owner's got aggressive expansion ideas, but is doing it smartly and not just making decisions to make decisions. So you'd love to see that. 76 viewers tuning in on Justin Paul Sports. We're almost 2 hours into this live stream. Thank you for joining me on your Friday night. I'm trying to do a little bit more of these when I can. So it's going to be good stuff, good content to kind of get you guys through it. Thank you for spending your time with me. I know that you could be doing anything else in the world, but you're spending time with me talking football. Love to hear more comments, more talk about bets, talk about football, talk about basketball, talk about who you hate, who you love, talk about anything in the chat, man. Feel free to engage with me. And you can do it on X. There's a way to do it inside there, and you can chat in the Xbox. So by all means, do it. But it's kind of amazing how Michigan's had this turnaround. I mean, they had Juwan Howard there, and they were just an abysmal basketball team. So they're showing that it was the right call to move on from him. I'm kind of surprised Memphis didn't move away from Hardaway at the season he had. Former New York Knick Hubert Davis, was out at North Carolina, even though they made the tournament. His coaches are moving on. All right, so Alabama inbounds the ball, and man, they get up court so fast. Drives the lane, misses. Michigan gets the rebound, so it was kind of a sloppy shot. Duke does beat St. John's 80-75, but I do believe St. John covered that number. Michigan for three, off the back of the rim, but the bigs force it out. And then that dude shot the ball for Michigan on the rebound, and it was such a sloppy, forced shot to try and get to the line. So that's what Michigan does, though, man. They're dirty, man. I'm not saying that because they're playing Alabama either. It's just this is the dirty. I mean, just never a dull moment with them. With Harbaugh's nonsense to Sharon Moore to Fab Five never winning a title to just little plays like that. Like, I know it sounds like hating, but I don't care. I don't care. Like, M stands for something else. I just can't think of the word for it. Still at the half of Birmingham football game. He missed the first free throw. Probably make the second one. He does. So it's 11-point lead for the Wolverines. 11 and a half to go in the second half. Michigan's biggest lead was 13. Alabama's biggest lead was 9. We've had 9 lead changes in the game, but this is where you want to have the lead late in the game. Alabama's for 3. And too strong. And out of bounds. So Michigan's going to get a ball. So, like I said in pregame, you live by the 3 and die by it. You better make sure you start hitting them because they just can't seem to buy a bucket right now. The winner of this game will face the winner of Tennessee and Iowa State, which comes up next, but we will not be live streaming that. This half, Alabama's 4 of 13 for field goals. Michigan is 9 of 17. Alabama's got 4 rebounds to Michigan's 12. So Michigan has dominated the first 10 minutes of the second half, and they're up 11 for that reason. They're setting up a one-on-one inside, and Bama just can't defend it. That guy traveled, though. They did defend that one, though. Got the block. Kicks it out. Now that's an open 3. Look. He misses the shot, but that was the right look. Gets the rebound there. Easy 2. That's what you want to do. Oh, there was a foul? Over the back. Flopping. Man. That was breaking the momentum there, and then they just decided to do that, but that's an interesting call. Flopzilla, number 3 there, flopping around. It's floppy hair. All right. Michigan driving the lane, though, uncontested. Missed the bucket, though, thank God. You just can't let guards drive the lane like that and just get those easy looks. When Alabama tries it, though, they close the gap because they got the size. That's why they're having to shoot these outside shots. Alabama has 1 field goal in the last 5 minutes. Just like you can't win a game like that for 3 and too strong. And Michigan, I think they're up 13 now. I think that's might be a dagger in their heart. They just got to get something going. I hope not. But this team doesn't play defense. Alabama does not play defense. The guys are too big. They're trying to drive the lane. They can't score. Like, this is going to get out of hand. This might be a 20-point win. They can't stop them. Well, Michigan missed the easy point, but the foul. So Alabama's down 13. Looks like Vegas knew the 9.5 was a lot to lay, but didn't have a problem with it. It's still halftime in that football game. All right, 75 viewers. Sorry about the silence there. I try not to keep it quiet because nobody wants to just look at somebody unless they're. I mean, I am good to look at though, so I'll take that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for having a good time here at Justin Hall Sports. And Michigan is up 15. 9:22 left in the second half. We've got to get some buckets here. Got to make some plays. Like, you can't just. First half, you were just absolutely cooking them. Now, falling down. Oh, that was a hell of a play, though. And one. So he fell down, turned around, did a spin move, did a little dribble there, but got the basket on the foul. So a chance for a 3-point play. That's could be the kind of thing that sparks a little run here. That's nice. That's a Sports Center type play. It's a nice shot. Good shot. Right cell at the line. Got 15 points. Misses the extra point. Misses the free throw. So it's a 13-point lane for the Wolverines who just drive the lane. Bama's 10 for 11 from the charity stripe. Michigan 7 from 9. So that was the first miss of free throw there. But Michigan, they just hammer it inside. They're going to be tough to stop. But 15, you could tell he's struggling. Turns it over. Like, that guy's playing basketball because he's tall, not because he's good. Alabama drives the lane, but a foul, so they'll go back to the charity stripe. It's good head fake inside, just gets fouled driving the lane. So, following McKinney there. Phylon at the line. He's got 22 points. I think he's going to go in the NBA next year. He's a really good basketball player. There's zero doubt about it. 75 viewers. Makes first free throw. Thank you guys for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. We are 2 hours and 5 minutes into this live stream. Game was delayed 20 minutes for whatever reason, but it was delayed. And he makes both free throws, so it's an 11-point Michigan Wolverine lead. UFL still at halftime, still doing a big halftime show. That guy's been performing for a bit there, which is fine. Take your time because this game will end, and I want to watch the second half of that anyway. So Michigan bouncing. They stopped shooting threes. They got 16 rebounds in this half. Michigan does to Alabama 6. And a foul. So, number 1 seed Michigan, number 4 seed Alabama. They are missing Aiden Holloway, which I think has made a difference here. I hope, I really liked what Nate Oates said about they're trying to get him North Carolina, stuff like that. And he said, I get a $500,000 raise every year that I'm here. Very humble dude runs a high energy offense. But man, defensively, they've got to get a big. Like 15, Mara for Michigan is at least a foot taller than Alabama center right now. So they run a nice little swing route for three, misses it, but that was a great screen. It's a tough shot from way downtown. Bama comes down. Michigan's playing tighter defense, which they do play good defense. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 8 minutes exactly. Got a substitution. And we got a TV timeout. 8 minutes. Michigan leads by 11, 75 to 64. Imagine you're a Michigan fan and you live your life that way. Imagine saying, I'm going to pull for the Wolverines. I'm going to pull for the maize and blue, and in spite of all their transgressions, and man, just something. There's something, all right. See that, folks? Palm tree right there. You don't get that in the Midwest. I know it sounds a little rude, but they are still at halftime here at the UFL. This dude is performing like a full record, which I don't care. Do what you got to do. Perform. Make that money. Keep that game going. Hopefully this game ends by the time second half starts. I'll probably catch like half third and then the rest of the game, so that'll be cool. Good way to start. Stallions win, even though I got Louisville on the points. I like the points in that game, but we're see folks put up the banner here while we're at commercial. I really would love if you guys could subscribe to my Kick and my Winnable. My Winnable is free for all my March Madness plays. Winnable.com/Justin Paul Sports. I appreciate you, all of you tuning in. I'm just taking a quick look here at something while we're at commercial in both spots. Just a heads up, I did have Duke covering the 6.5, and they don't. I got Alabama covering the line here, and that doesn't look like that's going to happen at the moment, but we know to never cash our tickets early. We only cash tickets when they win, and that's all we care about is the finals on these, whether they're totals or sides. So right now we are just enjoying ourselves some college basketball and the kickoff of UFL doubleheader tomorrow on the UFL. Got that team in Columbus, Ohio. Folks, if you live in Columbus, you need to go. If you're an Ohio State fan, you need to go. You're there in town. That's a college town. Go support your pro team. It's bad enough you guys got the Browns in Ohio. Bengals have been good when they're good, but Ohio State's always been elite. And for any Ohio State viewers, I take your side over Michigan every day of the week. Every day of the week. So right now, y'all got to side with us Crimson Tide fans. But we're dogs in this game. We're dogs in this game. It's been sloppy, but it's still been a Sweet 16 run for Alabama, which I will take every single day of the week. And we just need to, maybe I need to change the mojo here and turn the head around. What do y'all think? Go back with the old school logo, huh? Should I go back with the old school logo? What do you think? Got a little voodoo in the air. Alabama's 5 for 17 in field goals in the second half. Michigan's 10 of 21. It's been the difference. They've just been outscored, but 28-15. So, but Michigan's playing better 3-point defense. In the first half, they weren't doing so much, but now they are. So, got a couple blocks. Michigan's got a really good team. They're definitely contenders to win the national championship. Zero doubt about it. But I'm not going to apologize for being a fan of my favorite team. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide, or it's nothing when it comes to college sports. I do like UAB, though. I mean, I do like, if I had a second team, it would be the Blazers. Kind of disappointed they didn't make the NIT, but it happens. Alabama for 3. That's money. It's a swoosh. That's how you want to come back. So now it's within 8. So I turn the head around. They hit a 3, folks. Thank me later. Just kidding. They do all the work. Bama's been on a 7-0 run there in the past 90 seconds. Michigan shoots a shot, but he gets the 15, gets a dunk on a missed shot. So 10-point game. That dude is tall, but he's not strong inside. He's just tall. He's like your standard big. I guess nobody will just be like Shaq where you just dominate, just be tall. Bama for 3, too strong. That's a deep shot. I think you're going to start seeing him trying to heave ho a little bit more and try to make some plays, but we'll see. Michigan's moving the ball around. Bama's defense is pretty solid on this one here. There's a mismatch there. Number 23 is a foot taller. They get it inside the paint, just get an easy shot, but miss. So there's 20 seconds left on the miss to hit the rim. So man, Alabama got to work on their defense. I mean, your season's on the line now at this point. Michigan inbounds it. They're just setting amazing screens. 15 can set a screen, though. I will give them that. And a shooting foul. So Bama's got 7 fouls in the second half. Now it's going to be 1-for-1, I believe. Well, that's a shooting foul. They knew going into this game it was going to be a tough, tough matchup. And without having, Aiden Holloway hurt his own team, I love Alabama, don't get me wrong, but he hurt his own team with his drug charge. Like, just y'all got to be responsible when you're getting paid money and you're in college. I know you're young, but is it worth it? Is getting high worth it? Is this dumb stuff worth it? Like, you're hurting your team. You hurt the team, bro. I mean, they got the okay this morning in Tuscaloosa County Court for him to travel, but I wonder if it was a team decision for him not to go. And if it is, that's good on the coach for setting these parameters. You can't be like that. 6.5 minutes left in the game. He missed the first free throw. Alabama just can't really get a run going. Makes the second free throw. It's an 11-point game. Michigan has 19 rebounds in the second half to Alabama 7. And it's just, there's no bigs for Bama. Alabama's a shooting team. They're, they score at will, but man, they just shot another 3, missed it. Another foul on Alabama. It's the 9th foul. So after this, it'll be the bonus. They're in the 1-for-1 already. One more foul, it'll be shooting fouls the rest of the game. So I think Alabama mentally has collapsed here. Like, you can't give teams like Michigan these opportunities to just put you away. They're too good. They're too talented to win, That commercial here in the UFL game. Haven't been looking because this is kind of Alabama season in a nutshell here. Missed a free throw, though. Got to get something going. But Michigan defensively has locked it down from three-point land. And they shot a 3, missed it, and then just got the offensive rebound but couldn't stay in bounds. So 5 minutes, 57 seconds. Not looking good. Not looking good, y'all. So take that off there. Take that off there as well. So it's not looking good for the Crimson Tide, unfortunately. For Bama haters, they're loving it. I'm sure Tennessee fans are loving it. Auburn fans, I guess you got your Final Four in the NIT. But this is the tournament that matters. And there can only be one champion, but I'm not giving up on them yet. But they got to get something going here in the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, then it's going to be really bleak. You got to make a stop defensively, and they're just not playing tight defense inside. Another foul. Another foul. Another foul. It's 10 fouls now for Alabama in the second half. Michigan's got 4. So a 9.5 is at risk. They are just starting the third quarter in Birmingham. Birmingham will get the ball to start the second half there. Michigan at the line. Missed the first one. It's like you got to get on fire, man. There's 5 minutes, 38 seconds left in this game in regulation. And Alabama's played poor defense and just taken so many bad shots. Michigan tightened up after the half on defensively. They've really tightened up. So give the credit where it's due there. I mean, it's not like they just didn't do nothing and things along that sort, because they did do things, but we're keeping our eyes peeled, folks. Keeping our eyes peeled. We got 77 viewers. Thank you for tuning in to Just Paul Sports, joining me on your Friday. Most of you are on X, and I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe to my kick.com/Justin Paul Sports. I know it's a real niche market over there, but you got to start somewhere. So I'm glad I start over there, do all my sports betting, and you love to see it. Michigan hits one of their free throws, so they're up by 12. So Alabama cannot rest. You've got to get going, man. Make them work. Make them work. They're too athletic. Alabama's 6 of 21 in the second half shooting, and Michigan's 11 of 24. Props to CBS and TBS. Bama goes for three again and misses. So now they got big men shooting threes. You can't. These empty possessions are going to be the death of them. Like, they haven't scored in an eternity. They haven't scored since the Bush administration. Like, come on. Sorry, Michigan has 19, or Alabama's got 19 fouls. And Michigan just scored again. I think that 81-67. I don't know if they're coming back. It's too much. Alabama has 0 points in the last 3 minutes. It shoots three. That one's good. So back to 11. Leads 11 for the Wolverines, folks. 11-point lead. Got to start making some plays. Now Alabama's starting to do a little bit of a full court press, but Michigan beats it, and they're just going to wind the clock a little bit, as you should when you got the lead. But Alabama's playing such tight defense. Michigan from downtown hits it. There needs to be a sense of urgency. It just doesn't seem like it's there. We're inside 4 minutes. And you can't coach that thing. You just got to have it or you don't. Michigan is shutting down the inside, though. They're going to make you shoot that low percentage shot, and that's smart basketball coaching. Michigan's got the bodies to force that stuff. That's the goaltending there. So Bama gets the basket, 12-point game. Football game, Birmingham, it looks like it's a 2nd and 10. They're about to gain about 7 yards there, so it'll be 3rd and manageable there. They're right at midfield. 77 viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. It's been such a long time since I've done a live stream, since the Packers wild card game against the Bears, I believe, was the last wild stream I did, or live stream. It gets wild here, folks. I'm a wild man, pure wild. Nonetheless, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know I've said it a million times. 3rd and 4 for the Stallions at the 49-yard line. Their own 49. Corral throws it into the flat, and they got a first down. So by watching this UFL game right now, it has an NFL feel as far as the production and the play calling. This does not feel like some gimmicky nonsense. It feels like real football. Tweaking the rules towards more of an NFL style and being a hybrid between NFL and college is a smart play. Having 1 foot inbounds. I mean, the 4-point field goal is a little bit gimmicky, but an extra point was a big deal, in my opinion. 1st and 10 from the Louisville 46. Shotgun formation, just an inside give, and they get no gain on that. They get nothing. Low scoring slugfest in Louisville, excuse me. 12 minutes left in the 3rd quarter there. We are commercial at Alabama, Michigan. We are trying to have a comeback here. 77 viewers on the live stream. Thank you for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports. And just hang tight with me. All right. So Birmingham tried to run an outside sweep and got stuffed for a loss. So it's third and long for the Stallions here. And third and 16. So that was a big loss. So this might be an opportunity for a 4-point field goal or see what they do here. Corral's got time. Gets the first down. Incredible. Incredible throw there. Man, big gain. Running back runs a Texas route but hits the slot receiver in the zone coverage. They were just too deep. That's bad defense there. He had time. They didn't have enough pressure. They were getting to him a little bit, but first and 10 from the 32-yard line. Inside give. Birmingham's at the 25-yard line, getting down to the 20. All right, I will keep that in the side pocket. We got 3 minutes, 37 seconds left here. Michigan is up 12. One of the Michigan players was taunting an Alabama player saying it's over. So either he's right or we're going to see some magic here. Alabama going full court press. And they missed that, so it leaves a 3-on-2, and Alabama just gives up the easy inside bucket. But they're moving fast now. Now you want to move fast. Like if you're going to go double Alabama for three, missed. They get the rebound though. They give them the inside go there, the inside bucket. So it's a 12-point lead for the Wolverines at 3 minutes. They try to run a trap. But Michigan's going to milk the clock. I don't think Alabama's going to come back. Just kicking out for three, a wide open three. Missed it. Can't grab the rebound, so it'd be a jump ball and possession arrow. With Michigan, Michigan got all the breaks in the second half too, though. I mean, it's kind of been the tell of Alabama season, though. Usually they can run away from teams, but when you don't have any bigs inside to defensively spare you, this is kind of what you're going to get. So you reap what you sow. They're going to have to come back to the drawing board. I'm glad Nate Oates is the coach here at Alabama. He's bringing Alabama basketball to some glory days, even though they haven't. They had a Final Four run 2 years ago. Maybe we're going to see what they do here, but Michigan right now is just playing keep away. 2 minutes, 22 seconds, and a foul. 10th team foul, or is it a timeout? Oh, it looked like it was a timeout. 86-74, Michigan leads. So let's cut back to the football game here. 3rd and 13 for Birmingham. Must have been a penalty because they're way back at the 37-yard line. Almost gets sacked. Corral. Oh, he moves and he fumbles. He got jacked. Who fell on the football, though? He got crushed. Holy crap. Yeah, Birmingham recovers, but it's 4th and a mile now. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what the Stallions do here. It was definitely a fumble. He was not down. I don't know how that lineman for Birmingham got there before the Louisville defenders. That could have been a scoop and score. All right, back to the game. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Michigan's up 12. They got the ball. They got the possession arrows. They got the free throws. They got it all. They got the bigs. Uncontested inside. Shooting foul. This sucks. That sucks. No, it was the right call. He slapped his hand. It is a foul. You know, I just wonder what would have happened if Aiden Holloway played in this game and they get another big because he's going pro. I think Phylon might go pro too. Missed a free throw though. But this is enough of a lead to where I don't think they got to worry about a collapse. But we can see maybe something with a cover. I do think that the cover is still definitely in play here. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. But man, they just cannot get the engines running in the second half. Michigan changed their scheme, started playing tougher defense outside, trusted their bigs inside, and that's going to be a tough team to eliminate. Makes the free throw, so Michigan's up 13. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the ball game. And we're just going to stand there and hold the ball. Drive it inside, nothing there. Kick it out, kick it out. There's nothing there. Michigan's still playing good defense this late in the game, to their credit. Alabama's sloppy with the ball. Time's just ticking away. Corner three. Missed it. Michigan recovered. No, Alabama gets it. Michigan's just shut them down, man. They've just shut them down. There's no other explanation. Internally, they've proven that they can just handle it. You know, first half they were running with them, and they made the adjustments at the half. Second half, Alabama's just been dead. So their season's going to wrap up with a loss in Chicago. Aiden Holloway's got some. He'll either go pro and just not forget about it, but you got a hand to play in this. You know, you can't be in front of the courthouse on the day of a game, hurting your team. You know, don't be irresponsible. Don't be like a Georgia player who drives 700 miles an hour, and don't be like that. You got to be there for your team, especially in basketball. The talent margin's so thin. So we're about to wrap this stream up here. It is depressing to see them lose to Michigan. Nobody likes Michigan. Nobody with credibility likes Michigan. I mean, it's just I'm salty. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if it ever goes viral on the internet. To hell with Michigan. I don't care if it was 100-74. Michigan missed another free throw. This game's over, but Alabama's got some soul searching to do as far as a basketball team. They've got to get some bigs in there. They've got to learn from this game and say, miss both free throws. That's a 13-point lead. So we need baskets in a hurry and stops, and it's just not going to happen. Michigan is smothering them defensively in their face, not letting them get easy baskets, but the time is going to run out. Like this possession is taking an eternity. Deep three misses. Alabama last time they scored, Bill Clinton was in office. Now we're going to start fouling. So we're not going to cover the number here, folks. Meanwhile, Louisville made a big play as I see a bunch of people cheering and them running down the field. Looks like they had their ball on their own 30-yard line and just run a go route. Gets to the other 30-yard line. So Louisville with a threat. So Michigan's going to win the game and advance to the Elite Eight. Yaxel Lindenborg at the line. They missed the free throw again. So Michigan's been not good from free throw land, but they're up enough to where it doesn't matter in this game. But it's going to be quite the flight back to Birmingham tonight for them. So maybe the Stallions will pull out the win there. Tough loss. 88-74. Michigan leads. Minute 12 left in the game. Just lollygagging down the court. I mean, just like their wills has been beaten out of them in this game. For three! Airballs it. And it's just everything that can go wrong will go wrong and has gone wrong. We're inside a minute, 59.3 seconds left. Alabama is 5 of 22 in the second half from 30-point land. Remember what I said pregame: win by the sword, die by the sword. So we're gonna seppuku, or however you say it. They've only got 25 points in the second half. Michigan's got 41. Michigan should have a lot more if they would just make their free throws. Michigan just putting it on them now, 90-74. Just the belt to ass. Nothing you could do. Hey, Alabama got a foul. Michigan fouled and won. So unfortunate. Unfortunate. Like I said, part of it does fall on Holloway. And when you're part of something special, when you're part of a college basketball or any sports organization, you've got to behave correctly and not hurt your team, because having him out is missing the difference here. 12 points, 13 points. So Michigan just running the clock out. I mean, Alabama's playing tough defense, but they're not fouling. Just throwing the ball around. 22 seconds left. Michigan Wolverines are going to advance. Hits it from three. No good. 16 seconds left. Bama's going down the court here. Bama for three. No good. And that's going to run the clock out. So the Michigan Wolverines win the game 90-77 in Chicago. Congratulations to Michigan. God, that pains me to say, but they are good. They got the bigs. They played great second half basketball. They adjusted. They did what they needed to do. It's championship caliber stuff. And with that being said, folks, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Justin Paul Sports and tuning in. Hold on here. Tuning in and giving me your time and your streaming and all that stuff. I want to thank you again. I'm beat. That's unfortunate. So until next time, please like, please subscribe, please share the word. Get ready to bet. I'm at 0-2 so far today, but there's still 2 more games to go to get right. So never go. Y'all take care and roll tide.